morning everyone, Andy here again. So this is my first ride out of my new tyres. I've changed my road bike tyres from a 28mm tyre to a 32, and I've just completed 10 k's and I've stopped in a place that I've stopped before, so hopefully my Wahoo will tell me if it's any quicker, because I know that's all you guys care about. Is it any quicker? Am I using less watts? Now, to be honest, I'm not really interested whether it's quicker, whether I'm using less watts or more watts. I've changed my tyres in the search for additional comfort. After a ride, I feel like my body's been beaten up, certainly the next day. And since I've changed my bike stem from a 80mm by 8 degrees, buongiorno, to a 35 degree to 70mm, I'm much more relaxed on the bike. So then I thought about how can I try and get away with feeding the road surface. Some of the roads out here aren't particularly good, as they are all around the world. So I thought, let's see how much a set of tyres are. I got 2 tyres for €80 plus €5 delivery, I think it was, and I went for Continental GP 5000s, as they got a good review for an all-round tyre, and they last over 4,000 kilometres. Now it's going to take me a while to do 4,000 kilometres, as I'm just a social rider. Due to lockdown, I'm yet to find a group of elderly people to ride with, so I just go out riding once or twice a week, do anything between 30 and 50 kilometres. Gradually going to get more mileage under my belt as I feel more comfortable with the bike. So getting back to the tyres, first 10k, not really much of a test, but is there a difference? Yes. Is it positive? Yes. Is it like taking an uncomfortable pair of shoes off and putting on your best pair of slippers? No. But the ride is smoother. There's certainly less vibration coming up through the handlebars, and when you're going over tarmac, where, how can I explain it, not potholes but tarmac where the stones are still there but the tarmac is missing, so the surface is massively undulating. It's like the little stones are sticking up. You get that horrible vibration coming through your bike. That's not there anymore. I don't always get pins and needles in my hands, but in 10 k's I haven't got them, so I obviously need to do more of a test. Putting the tyres on the bike, I was worried that they were going to look really stupid. I know 4mm difference isn't much of a difference, but when you see the bike with the tyres on the rims, you wouldn't tell that they're 32mm tyres. Maybe if you go from a 25 to a 32, you'll see the difference. But I didn't, so I checked that first of all my rims would take the extra tyre width. When I was changing the tyre, I checked the inner tube was capable of going up to a 32mm tyre. And for those of you who have never had a puncture, now touch wood, I know I'm going to curse myself now. In 2 years of cycling on mountain bike and road, I haven't had a puncture. I've changed tyres on mountain bikes before, never on a road bike. Now that was an experience. Now for those of you who have never done it, I would urge you to practice in your garage or at home, because it's not easy. The first time it's not easy. You know, you've got your tyre levers, you deflate your inner tube, you want to get the tyre off. That tyre is on well. You do have to force the tyre levers under and flick it over your rim and then you know, get it off. So I'd urge you to first of all see some YouTube videos of how to remove a road tyre and then practice yourself, because you know, say like me, luckily I'm in Italy. Temperature today will go up to 30, 32. Even in the shade it gets hot, and if you're by the side of the road trying to change an inner tube or doing a patch repair and you've never changed a tyre, I can see that being a very stressful situation. So highly recommend just practice. Hopefully you're not going to nick your inner tube, but it will give you some experience to draw on, should or when we get a puncture, because it's going to happen. It's part of the sport. So practicing getting the inner tube out is very worthwhile. So I've rabbited on long enough now. I'm going to get back on my bike, do a bit further, turn around, go home. And I've got some more building work to do, keep the wife happy. So got to get that done. Otherwise, I'm not allowed out on my bike enjoying myself. So that's Andy now saying good afternoon from Italy. Hope you're all well. I hear the UK's had some terrible weather again. Sorry about that. Send it over here and I'll stand out in the rain, no problem. Morning all, Andy just checking in after another warm morning bike ride. So 36 k's on my new tyres. I've changed from a 28mm to a 32mm tyre, and I went for the Continental 5000 GPs as they seem to get good reviews all around. So what difference has it made? Well, I wouldn't say it's like changing from a comfortable pair of shoes to your favourite pair of slippers. It's not like that. But what I can say is I don't feel so fatigued now, and the sensation of road vibration and going over the normal, well, not so much potholes, but the surface where the tarmac is missing in between the stones, so you're riding over the stones, which are flat at the top, but it gives you that sort of high frequency vibration. When you're going over that with my old tyres, even at the right tyre pressure, and I have to check what tyre pressure I've got, because now with the 32s the tyre pressure is quite a bit lower, the sensation of riding is like, if your normal vibration was in a graph, the peak of the graph would be like Mount Everest, so very steep and jagged and covered in ice. Now I would say the peaks are like Mount Snowdon, still a mountain, still rocky, but the peaks are now curved at the top and the mountain's got grass on it. So yes, you haven't got suspension on the bike, but that high frequency vibration that seems to rattle through your bones is gone. Even on the big holes, yeah, you still get jarred on the bike, but everything is softer. So am I pleased that I got these on a good deal actually. I got these for, what did I pay, 40 euros each, 80 euros. So I was seeing them for 50, 55 euros. Am I pleased that I got them? Yes. Lesson learned. Changing the tyres in the garage. I've never had a puncture touch wood on my road bike. I've changed mountain bike tyres before, but changing road bike tyres is a bit of a skill. They're harder to get off and harder to put on, and I'm glad I have changed my tyres in a garage. Ciao, Savannah. Ciao. I'm glad I changed my tyres in a controlled environment, so now should or when I get a puncture at the roadside, I at least got some knowledge of how it should be done. And obviously it's never a good time to get a puncture. It's going to be warm or raining, but now what I have learned is the tyre levers I've got, I think, are more suited to mountain bike tyres than road bike tyres. So I'm going to have a look at getting better tyre levers for these, because you've got less room to get the tyre lever in initially under the bead of the tyre to flick it over the rim of the wheel. Sorry, I got sweat in my eyes now. So that's Andy signing out. I've had a good morning. I enjoyed myself, feeling relaxed. I don't feel like I've done 5 rounds with Mike Tyson, which is a good thing because I've got more building work to do this afternoon for the wife. So that's Andy saying good morning. Enjoy whatever you're doing.